Do your girl a favor and hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you can get that ding, ding, ding whenever I upload a new video. So today, we are going. The lighting is just not giving me what I need. See, look how much better that is. But I can't hold this because I just cannot. Let's see if we get. Maybe if I set this way, it's a little better. I don't know. Anyways, y'all can see me. That's all that counts. Where y'all at? Waiting for a few more of y'all to join me. I was taking a walk. I ran some errands earlier. Then I lay down for a bit. And then I got up and I was like, let me take a nice walk. And I wanted to sit in a park, but then it started pouring. So I had to, when I came back outside, I had to go back in the house because it was pouring. And I cannot find my smaller umbrellas. I have a few, but I feel like I left one at somebody's house. So I have this big umbrella, and then it stopped raining, and now it's like all bright and sunny outside. What's up, Demira? Hey, Synclavia. Thank you, Media New Post. Hey, boo, how you been? I haven't seen you in here in a while. How have you been? What's up, Holly? How are you guys? Make sure you subscribe if you're not already subscribed. So, pretty much, I wanted to talk about, women these days being really lost. So, there was a post that I did on, well, I didn't make the post, I commented on a post on It's On Site, and the post was, what's an opinion that that's not a popular opinion? What's up, Quaisha? Hey, Holly. What's an opinion of yours that's not a popular opinion? So for me, I said, going 50-50. Like, going 50-50 is not real. Like, it's a scam. And of course, people like, oh, rent is too high, and this is woman that was going back and forth with me. She's probably still going back and forth with me. And she seemed younger. I mean, you can never tell these days, but she seemed younger in the way that she was like making her responses. And I'm just like, this is so sad. Like, she was like, oh, rent is too high. Everything, expenses is too high. Like, for you to expect for a man to pay for everything for you. Basically, that's what you said. Like, don't quote me. I'm not quoting her like verbatim, but pretty much that's what she said. And I was like, she's like, oh, that's not everybody's household. Everybody's household is not like that. And I was just like, in 50-50 relationships, the woman is always 9 times out of 10 going to end up doing more work than the man. Like, that's just how it goes. Who does majority of the domestic labor? Who rears the kids and watches the kids? Then of course she was saying, oh, well, that's not everybody. You know how they love to do the not all, not all, not all. And I'm like, clearly not all, but I do majority rules. Majority of women, is that mine? It's done. Oh, it's no rush. Um, so majority women are the ones that's doing majority of the household chores, the household duties, taking care of the kids. And then on top of that, if you're working, then your job never ever stops. Like, you're doing a lot around your house. Then you have to go and clock in and work for another man. Like, it's just a lot going on. And then on top of that, being a wife and having a husband, a lot of husbands are not that self-sufficient. A lot of men, should I say. So you kind of have to take care of them too. You have to do their laundry. You got to clean up behind them. You got to micromanage them in the home and constantly tell them to pick their stuff up, clean out the dishes, unload the dishwasher, take out the trash. Like, I want French vanilla. No, I want oat milk. I paid for oat milk. Oat milk, yes. Oat milk and French vanilla, yes. Um, yeah. So then she was like, "Oh, what did she say? Oh, you can't expect." She said something else, and then I was like, "Relax." So she was getting so defensive. She's like, "Oh, then do that. That's what you want to do that." I just said that everybody's not like that. I'm like, granted, everybody is not. Thank you, Taisha. Everybody's not the same. Everybody's household does not run the same. But majority households that has a man and a woman and there's children involved, or even before there's children involved, because I've lived with a man before, and I was doing majority of the domestic work. And if I didn't, and we were splitting things, money. The money wasn't sexist, but what we did around the house was sexist. And that's what I was not feeling. I'm like, my money is not sexist, but when it comes to who's going to clean up, who's going to cook the meals, who's going to do the laundry, who's going to mop the floor, who's going to do this and that, that's sexist. You see how they psychologically like try to mind fuck us into believing that we should legit be doing more. So when men be like, what do you bring to the table? It's like, I bring the table. And then me bringing money into the equation, like I'm doing way more. They want submissive providers. And so then she was like, well, like I said, I'm calm. I am relaxed. She was just super defensive. Like I said, I know what you're thinking. Thank you. It has oat milk, right? Thank you. I paid for it already. So, damn, I'm losing my train of thought because he was talking at the same time. I was like hearing what he was saying. Damn. Okay. Oh, so she was like, you can't expect every man to be a plumber, an electrician, or a business owner. Every man doesn't have it like that. That's what she said. And this is what made me think. I'm like, maybe this girl is like 22. Because what do you mean you can't expect every man to have a career or to have a trade? What do you mean you can't expect that? Like, what do you mean? And I said, that is the issue. We don't expect anything from these men. As much as a lot of them like to get on the internet and lie and scam and pump fake, women don't have standards and morals like that. A lot of women don't have expectations. And it's really sad because to hear that young woman say that you can't expect every man to be an electrician, a plumber, or a business owner. So what is it that we're expecting men to do? We're expecting men to do nothing. And I said, what we need to start doing is expecting men to rise to the occasion and to be financially stable. Like, so we're not even supposed to expect men to have jobs? I'm so confused. Like, so confused. A lot of these women have no standards. They have no expectations and they have no boundaries. And boundaries was the thing that I've had to work on. I ain't never dealt with no guy that was just broke than the joke and didn't have a job. That's just not my cup of tea. However, boundaries, you know what I mean? And even having expectations, those are things that I've had to work on. And I'd rather you call me a gold digger than a woman that doesn't know her value and that's just going to accept anything. Thank you. Thank you so much for the compliments. But it's just really sad because a lot of men will get up here and pretend like the average woman is a gold digging whore that wants a Birkin bag and that's trying to be flued out when the average woman legit doesn't even expect a man to have a respectable career or a respectable job or to be able to pay the overhead. And this is what I always say. I always say this, right? Because people be like, "Oh, well, you don't work." This is work. I work every day. I'm working on something every day. I work. However, if I'm going to live with a man and he's going to think that he has free, not even free, but just like easy and convenient access to me, whether it be me listening to him talk, because everybody be thinking I'm a therapist, me giving him ideas because I'm very insightful. I'm extremely talented. I'm creative. I'm great at marketing. Like I have so many ideas. I could help somebody that's creating something new. That's my energy. Most feminine energy is a creative energy. You just got to learn how to tap into your source and you got to understand what your strong suits are. And a lot of women don't because they just continuously give their power away. So they don't even, foster their talents and their skill set. So a lot of y'all know how to do things that you don't even know you know how to do. And then you do it for people and they don't appreciate you. You don't get the gratitude. So in turn, you feel like it's valueless. And it's a trick, and that's by design. So it's just really sad how a lot of women are just happy to say that they have a man. Like, they don't require the men to do anything. And then the men trick you into thinking that if you want them to take you on a date, that it's an issue. If you want them to make an effort, it's an issue. If you want them to call you on a phone, it's an issue. If you want them to pay on a first date, it's an issue. Exactly, never go Dutch. If you require a man to show up in any type of way, then he's automatically going to try to trick you and dupe you into thinking that your standards are too high. And that's not true. At the end of the day, a man wants free. I say this to y'all all the time. A man's goal is to have free and easy access to you. Free and easy access to you. And he is going to try to gain and maintain that, whether it be by hook or crook. If that man got to lie to you, if that man got to lower your self worth, if that man got to lower your self esteem, if that man got to pretend like you is not the hottest thing smoking and he know you is the baddest that he ever had, he will do all of that. He will try to degrade you, diminish you, devalue you, and really just make you seem like you're not who you are. Because a man wants to maintain and gain free and easy access to you. That's his ultimate goal. So if we're sitting up here saying, "Oh, a man doesn't have to," I mean, every man don't got it like that. Why not? It's because too many of us aren't requiring them to have anything. Too many of us are allowing men to move into our homes. Too many of us are allowing men to drive our cars. Too many of us are investing in men, giving them money, helping them to start their business, doing a bunch of free labor for their dreams, working for men without pay in the name of love. Just because we feel like this is my man, I love him, I'm supporting him. There's women legit that I know that have like legit made resumes for their boyfriends, not husband, for their boyfriends. Legit tried to get their boyfriends jobs at their job just so that he could be employed, so that he could help out around the house that they live in together. Thank you. And I just think that it does men a disservice, and it stops men from reaching their truest potential when they have women that coddle them, that make excuses, and that ultimately just give them free and easy access. Men like to work for things. They want to work for things. It makes them feel accomplished. When it's just free and easy, then they just feel like whatever, like you're not that special. Y'all ever heard? Well, not even heard. Have y'all ever experienced, a man just going so hard for you, going crazy, and chasing you all around, and once you actually give in and you start to like him back, then now he's kind of like, eh. It's because the natural nature of a man is to pursue. It's to pursue. It's to accomplish. It's to chase. Like, some men these days like to be chased because a lot of men these days are resting in femininity. And that is where the issue is. A lot of men these days are resting in femininity, and we allow them to do it because we just want to have a man. And we drink the juice that men and women are equal. Men and women are not equal. Men and women are not equal. And there's no way that you could call yourself a provider as a man if I am paying half of the mortgage. That's a roommate. You're not a provider. If you're a provider, then I'm a provider too. You're providing for yourself in your half, and I'm providing for myself in my half. Hey, God's anointed. What's up, Wally? Hey, Prime. I don't want any woman who just gives it up. Every time a man doesn't count on himself to have things that asks his significant other to sacrifice, give it to him. Keep him on his toes. They like you a little crazy. Exactly, stars above. And that'll be another one of the lives that we do. I was either going to talk about men liking crazy women. I feel like we've done a lot like that before, but we need to do an updated version because of all of the things that's been going on with the relationships and the couples that we see. But it's just so sad how women don't value themselves. You know, how women really do allow any Tom, Dick, and Harry to have free and easy access to them. It makes me sad, you know, and it's not just the black community, it's not just black women, it's all young women. However, we don't get the same grace as other races of women. So if I go around and sleep around with everybody, I'm not going to get the same grace. People are not going to be as forgiving or say, oh, she was just young. It won't be the same, you know? And then also, I'm very spiritually attuned. So I understand how we soak up and absorb energy from people that we sleep with. A lot of people don't, a lot of younger women, they don't understand that, not yet, until it's too late. And then they psychotic, bipolar, whacked out of their mind, having all types of mental illness. It's because they're allowing any and everybody to enter into their vessel. And Ekane, y'all know who Ekane is. Like, she got famous off of exploiting herself and talking about how her vagina was stink and how she got BV and just all of these things that's not becoming of a woman, you know? And she also talked about how she would let guys run a train on her and then still have to get on a bus after. And that is just so like sad and disheartening to hear that women really don't value themselves at all. Some women do, a lot of women do, but a lot of women do not value themselves. Not enough. Because why are you letting a dude and his homeboys run a train on you? Why would you do that? And then you got to get on a bus? That's not self love. Saying that a man don't have it like that, that's not self love. You should expect a man to be able to pay the rent or the mortgage if you live with him. He should be able to pay it by himself. Because if y'all wasn't together, who would be paying his rent and who would be paying his mortgage? You got to ask yourself that. Would he be relying on a woman to help him out financially? Because a lot of men are out here doing that as well. A lot of men out here are sex workers. A lot of them are gigolos. We have to be honest about these things. A lot of them are gigolos. A lot of them are sex workers. Like, I just don't understand how is it that we as women think that it's a bad thing to require a man to step up to the plate financially. It's a scam. And you know what else really gets me is that men really, really cannot stand to be a leader. They don't want to be leaders. A lot of men would rather be submissive, and you see it day in and day out, especially in our community. Our community, the melanin rich community is naturally a matriarch community. I say this all the time. Women are the leaders. We all got a big mama. We all, everybody go to grandma's house. You call your mother when you have an issue. You're not really calling your father like that. We live in a matriarch society, right? But we've been indoctrinated into the system of patriarchy. And this is where the issue is with a lot of men. Y'all are mad at a system that was created by men because it's not serving you in the way that you want it to or in the way that it used to. It doesn't serve you anymore because women don't need you anymore. Not on a basic livelihood level. Do we need each other? Absolutely, we need each other. But on a can I live without you? It's not a necessity for us to be paired and partnered up the way that we used to need each other. It just is what it is. We have more rights now. We're able to be, well, I maintain this, and I have to say this all the time because y'all love to get me misconstrued, child. Black women have always had to work since the inception of this country. We have never been able to just rest in femininity and be the picture perfect housewife. We worked on the plantations, we worked at the factories, we did the domestic labor for the non blacks. We always had to work. Okay, let's just put that out there. But we've always had to work. So, but now we don't need a man to, get a loan, a home loan. We don't need a man to do certain things. You know what I mean? Like it choose scratch. You mean like for sex? I mean, yeah, but sex is easy to get from a man. Like, is this a joke? That's a joke. You got to be joking. It's easy to get a man to sleep with you. Like when you're horny, it's not a hard thing. But like to live It's not a necessity. So now, men actually have to be likable people. They got to be good people. They got to be kind hearted. You can't just show up with your wallet and your penis in your hand because nobody cares. Like they don't give that anymore. And men don't like that. Men don't like the system that was created and fostered by men. Who came up with the notion that a man was the leader of the household? Other men. Y'all hate capitalism. Who created capitalism? Other men. Men created this whole matrix that we live in. And now, specifically, I would say black men are very upset because it doesn't benefit them. It doesn't benefit them. It does not benefit them. Not in a way that it benefits other races of men, because black men in a lot of instances have failed to rise to the occasion because they have women like us that coddle and say, oh, they trying their best that they can, they can't do this, they don't got this, they don't got that. Instead of requiring them to step up to the plate and rise up, we allow them to be lower vibration. We allow them to underperform. We allow them to hold on to the excuses that, systemic oppression. Sir, you are not the only one. You think melanin rich women weren't systemically oppressed? And we really just drink the Kool-Aid and we believe the lies. So when men get mad and say, what do you bring to the table? And oh, let's go 50-50, you're really mad at capitalism and you're really mad at the patriarchy. You're not mad at women. You're not mad at women. You're mad at other men that created a system that you're not thriving in. This is just like mad sugar. I don't like that at all. Bring nothing but your appetite. Have you ever cheated on your partner? No, I've never cheated on my partner. Love Jojo, one smart woman. Thank you, Prime. Black men want white men to lead while also benefiting from non-black men doing all of the work in society. Stars above, that was a word, baby. That was a word. They want other men to lead. That they have been led by other men. It's not even a want. That's what's happening. They're not mad at us. They're misplacing their anger because they have no internal power. The only way to assert authority and power is by punching down on women, and this is how they gain power and you know created the patriarchy in the first place. Men in general, not necessarily black men. It was by strong arming women physically with your physical stature, because mentally, men is not mentally stronger than women. Men are way more emotional than women, but they lie and they create these narratives to suit their agenda. And they say these things and they do these trigger words, especially about melanin rich women. Oh, you're angry, you're bitter, you're washed up, you hit the wall. They do all of these things to keep you down, to suppress your internal power because we are born with it. And they know it. They can see it from a mile away. You think a person can't see you shining bright like a diamond? They know that you're shining bright like a diamond and that you're better than them. So what they're gonna do? They're gonna try to get with you, snuff your light out, or destiny swap, take your energy for their own, energy harvest. That's what's been happening to us this whole entire time. Women teach the next man what I taught them. Well, this is true too. I mean, each one teach one. At the end of the day, we're humans. We soak up energy from each other like plants. So what you learn is what you're supposed to teach. If you don't, then you're not doing your due diligence as a human being. You're not adding to the collective if you're not teaching. And how do you learn? You learn things by observing, reading, practicing. That's how you learn. Which country got it right? I don't know. All I know is that I'm an American. Shouts out to the UK. Shouts out to me. Make sure y'all subscribe to me if you're not already subscribed. Subscribe and send in them donations, send in them super chats, and send in. All right, you keep saying milk jugs. Like, what you want? A fucking cookie? I don't want to block you because I got too many on my block list. But yes, it is coffee with a straw. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video. Three dots at the top of the screen on the right hand. Press it and hit the thumbs up. Everybody up in here right now, like the video. And also go back when you're done, when you get a moment, and drop me a pink heart under this video for engagement. Yes, follow me on TikTok. Shouts out to Ireland. I just, I really feel like women need to do better. And a lot of men don't like when women like myself get up here and we talk about these things. And the fact that I've curated this platform specifically for women, melanin rich women first, all women second, and then everybody else after, to discuss certain topics like this. Like, because I do, we do get into the tea about celebrities or whatever is trending, but I just think that it's so important to have these real conversations with one another because someone that's 20 years old could learn something from what I'm saying. Like someone that's young could legit be like, okay, maybe I do need to expect for a man to be able to pay the rent or the mortgage. Because honestly, I have to keep saying this. If he lived on his own, who would be paying that? If a man can't pay the overhead, then if he lived by himself, who would be paying it? If he was a single man, who would be paying it? Who would be paying it? Now, that's not to say that I won't pay a bill or that I won't buy groceries or buy things around the house. It's not to say that, but who would be paying if he lived on his own? Who would be paying his bills? That's the main question. Like, why do I have to come in and help you pay bills? Because who would be paying if I wasn't here? And if we're just roommates, then I'm gonna have my own room. You have your own room, and that's it. Like, I'm not required to do anything extra for you. I'm not required to sleep with you. I'm not if I don't want to. If I feel like it, then maybe, but it's not a requirement. But for men to really be up here requiring women to do all of these things and pay, it's like I'm paying for myself and you paying for yourself. So you're not providing. You're providing for yourself, and I'm providing for myself. So what's the reason for me having a man? Like, what are you really doing for me? What are you doing for my life? What are you doing for my life? People always asking me for my OnlyFans. I don't have one. And I know I'm disappointing a lot and breaking a lot of hearts, but I'm not going to have an OnlyFans. You need more mental health. You need mental health. Who are you talking about? Your mother? Never go 50-50 if you don't want to. Your message isn't making sense with that wig on. And your mother is an ugly cunt. Paying for you for whatever you want. So yes, donate. Send me a cash app or a super chat. Building is the goal. You just want a provider. And don't men say that they're providers? Don't y'all constantly cry about having submission? Aren't men supposed to be providers? What do you mean you just want a provider? Absolutely, I want a provider. I have providers and I'm not even living with no man. Check. Do y'all know I have not lived with a man, like lived with a man since like, I would say like maybe 2015? And you think that I've dated men that wasn't providing for me or that I've entertained men that wasn't providing for me? Like men that live in different states. If I needed anything, they would give it to me. Like legit, give me their bank card information so I could pay my bills. Just because you don't have it, don't knock a woman for her standards. Get you a woman that is okay with you being a brokey. Get you a woman that is okay with splitting things with you. Get that type of woman, and that's what really makes me annoyed. Is because a lot of men try to get with women and try to like mess up their standards or like try to like impose on what they're used to or what they require in relationships. Where your kids and your husband, they're at home. What you said? What do you say to hopeless young black girl that has been thrown away due to her poor life choices like promiscuity? She just got to continue to pick herself up, love on herself, and know that she is worthy and deserving of living the type of life that she sees for herself. That's it. And only deal with, men that love her and cherish her. See, look, they love to call a man that's an actual provider that has money a simp. Y'all love to call men a mean simp. Just say that you're broke. You don't have money. And that's why you will call a man that has money that could legit just give me money to pay my bills. You will call him a simp because you can't relate, because you can't do that. You can't do that freely without it probably putting a dent in your pocket. Thank you. Thank you all for the nice kind compliments. I appreciate it. But everybody up in here, make sure you follow me. Make sure you follow me. Yeah, because men that got money don't ever talk like this. Men of means don't ever talk like this. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. They don't, money is not a big deal. If they got it, they'll give it because they know that money is an energy. They understand that. They understand that the way that they make money, they can make some more. They treat money like a boomerang. That's how I do with money. Throw it out, give it out, buy what you need, give what you need, and it always comes back. But if you, oh, I'm not doing nothing for this, I'm not doing nothing. Why do you feel like you deserve a woman that's probably out of your league? A woman that I'm sure looks better than you because the average woman looks better than the average man. A woman that I'm sure has her own career, her own ambitions, and her own goals. A woman that has other suitors. Why do you feel like you deserve access to her and you're not even a provider? It's the delusion for me. No one owes anything towards one another. We're all on our own. The gaslighting is crazy. Who's gaslighting? I'm not gaslighting. I'm just talking. If y'all don't like it, then that's okay. We're all entitled to our own individual, experience. I will only provide for a snow bunny. So go ahead. Don't nobody care. Get the fuck out of here. Why are you here? Scram. I love listening to you. Everything makes sense. I wish I was a strong woman 20 years ago. You are stunning. Keep going. Thank you, Brenda. I appreciate you, babe. Exactly, Wally. They act like we hold a pow to their heads, make them give us money. The average woman looks better because of makeup and aesthetics, while men don't have those privileges. Baby, that's not true. Without makeup and aesthetics, women still look better. Oh, the average woman still looks better than the average man. Men are not that attractive. By and large, men are not that attractive, baby. They're not. A lot of men are not even really cute in real life. They're just not cute. Like they have personalities, they have things, they, adorn themselves with things that makes them more attractive. They get a beard, that makes them look more attractive. They wear hats that makes them look more attractive. But a lot of men are not cute. There are so many men out here that's not really cute in the face, like at all. They get their teeth done, they start to get the veneers or whatever to improve the smile because that makes them more aesthetically pleasing. But the average man is not even really attractive. He's not even really cute if you think about it. Are you high? Are you high? Thank you. I don't know where I got this from. I think I ordered this off of Amazon, and it's a onesie. How long can a woman maintain being financed by non-husbands? Are you really advising younger women with this plan? I'm not telling anyone to do anything. I'm not against having a husband or being in a relationship. I'm not. I'm not telling anyone to do anything. However, I'm saying if you are going to deal with a man in any capacity, he should be able to invest in you. He should be able to, help you out with whatever it is that you're doing for yourself. Like I advise women to be interdependent, be independent and dependent simultaneously. Make sure you're able to take care of yourself. However, entertain men that can take care of you. Period. I don't understand what's the problem. Thank you. I don't know what's gonna let me. Can y'all hear me? Put a one if you can hear me. I can't. Like somebody's always calling me when I'm live. Y'all can still hear me. I don't understand why it takes so long for it not to freeze. Am I straight? I've only been in heterosexual relationships. I guess with I guess just with what? I guess just like without the looks, you wouldn't be getting attention without the money. They wouldn't be getting attention. You're all the same category. What? What are you even talking about? Yes, looks matter. Looks absolutely matter. So what are you saying? Like I never said looks don't matter. I tell people to look their best all the time. I tell people to eat right all the time. I tell people to get 10,000 steps in all the time. I tell people to work out, do yoga, stretch, do cleanses, take care of your skin. Like, what are you talking about? Looks absolutely matter for everybody, for men too. Because I don't understand why y'all act like y'all don't get fat and get bare bellies and y'all hairlines don't start to recede because it does. Y'all don't maintain a youthful, zestful glow either. Why is it doing that? Can y'all see me? Tell me if y'all can see me. Put a one. Put a. Can y'all see me? Am I still frozen? Y'all can't see me. All right. Well, I'm gonna stay on here for like 2 more minutes just talking, and then I'm gonna leave, and then I'll come back later. Cause I don't know why I didn't go back. Like usually it goes back to the screen. Hopefully, when I watch the playback, it's not like that. I don't think looks matter. I pulled a lot of women. Look at me. Yeah, you pulled a lot of women because you had to work on other aspects of yourself, of your personality. Being a provider makes them more attractive too. Exactly. Because think about it, if this wasn't a patriarch society and we were literally relying on our natural abilities, then you would have to be able to farm. You would need to be able to hunt. You would need to be strong. You would need to be a good fighter, a marksmith, a swordsman. Like you would need to be able to do something in order to have a family. Because how would you provide for a family if we didn't have money? If we didn't have money, you couldn't just show up and say, "Hey, I'm a man, come and be with me." Like, no, you have to be able to protect your family physically, and a lot of y'all don't even work out. Women only have looks to get chosen. Men can do plenty of different things. That's a lie. You're lying. You're lying like a Persian rug. Women do not only have looks to get chosen. First of all, ain't nobody even trying to get chosen. Don't nobody give a damn. But at the end of the day, personality goes a long way. Men are very hypergamous too. So don't act like men ain't out here choosing women based on their career or based on their potential or based on how much money they got. No, people like personality, but men are way more shallow than women. And y'all should be grateful that we actually like y'all because y'all can make us laugh. Like, be real grateful because, like I said, a lot of y'all are not that cute. Raised to provide, that's one of the fundamentals of being a man. Yes. And they get mad. What's up, Norris, Tony? They get mad when you say, look, it looks matter, money matter. When y'all created the system of capitalism and y'all created the patriarchy, like, how are you mad at women for upholding the system that y'all created? Without money we cannot live. So if you can't pay your overhead, like, if we're gonna have kids or raise a family, or even if you have children and you want me to take care of your kids, your outside kids that you're bringing in, because a lot of y'all men have baggage too. A lot of y'all men is not out here emotionally stable without kids from women all over the fucking place. We have to be able to be comfortable. We have to be to feel in a nurturing space in order to nurture. And having financial woes does not help a woman to thrive in any type of area. How could a woman show up for you or for the family if she's financially burdened? Like, come on. Y'all are crazy. But anyways, I don't know why I didn't go back. So I'll come back. I'll come back a little later and we'll keep going with this conversation. I love y'all. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Make sure you subscribe. I'll be back.